Hey, what's up guys? My name is Forsaken Gaming, and today I'm gonna be making a video, like I promised, about the Shadow Tower. Alright, so right now I'm in Shadow Tower hard mode, Spike Walker, and I'm just gonna be giving you guys a little bit of content while I'm explaining everything about the Shadow Tower. And I'm also gonna be doing a little bit of fighting, but wait, am I the only one left alive? Alright, guess I am, so I'll do a little bit of damage, probably gonna die. Alright. Oh no, there's one more guy here. Alright guys, so let me start explaining about the Shadow Tower. Alright, so the Shadow Tower is basically a realm, kind of like all the other portals, similar to the Uber portals or something like, not similar, but it's similar in strength level of the monsters, depending on which part of the Shadow Tower, or which floor of the Shadow Tower you go into. Alright, so, for example, if you go into Spike Walker, alright, I do a lot more damage now. So for example, if you go into Spike Walker, the first level of the Shadow Tower, the monsters or mobs there will do about an equivalent damage to Uber 1 to Uber 3 depending on which mobs you're fighting. By the way, mobs can't get hurt by spikes, so there's no point of trying. The only way to kill them if you can't kill them is to get some lava, but if you're not available to lava, then there's no point of fighting them because you got no chance. Alright, so let's start explaining more about the Shadow Tower. So the Shadow Tower consists of 4 floors and 2 different kinds of levels, normal and hard mode. Right now we're in hard mode because well, the portal was open, so I went into it. So now that we're in hard mode, I'm just going to be here for a little while. Alright, so the first level, or normal mode, of the Shadow Tower. Am I the only one left alive? Alright. So, normal mode of the Shadow Tower consists of 4 levels. The Spike Walker, which is the current level I'm doing. The Spike Walker is actually the boss that you saw in the last video. Then the Weeping Prophet, and I'm probably going to die from this. I'm probably not going to survive this, so I'm just going to fight through it until I die, I guess. Alright, I guess I have to die. They're asking me to die. Alright, so while I'm dying, let's start explaining more. Alright, so the second level of the Shadow Tower is the Weeping Prophet. Then comes the Pinata God, the Vengeful Pinata God, and the Daughter of the Moon. Each level is harder than the last one. The last one is the Daughter of the Moon. So let's start talking about the Spike Walker, then I'll move on from there. Alright, so the Spike Walker, as you guys know, is just a robotic kind of spider monster that, yeah, sorry guys, I died now. Alright, so the Spike Walker is basically a robotic spider that has a little guy controlling him. If you complete the Spike Walker once a week, you will get something called a Titan Soul. As you can see, if you read it, it says you'll get 1 Titan Soul as your reward each week. It refreshes each week. Right now I can't get it because I completed all of them. So you complete the Spike Walker, you get a Titan Soul. So what do you do with the Titan Soul? I'll explain in later this video and our next video. Alright, so you see something called that says you defeated the Spike Walker in 8 seconds this week. So yeah, that's my record for defeating the Spike Walker this week. Alright, so now we're looking at this leaderboard for normal, and you see people that completed the Spike Walker in 57.37 seconds. Oh wait, this is something else. Here we go. Now this is the Spike Walker. People completed the Spike Walker this week in less than a second. That means they insta-killed him. And oh, I think CP Best joined in. Oh no, that's just a guy that looks like CP Best. Alright. So you want to get on the leaderboards, and you want a purple name. It will be purple for the rest of the time you play Trove. But you want a purple name really bad. Like you see people with purple names and golden names you get after getting to Mastery 200. So you want a purple name and you really want to get on the leaderboard and have all that cool stuff and all that jazz. So to get a purple name, you gotta get in top 100 spots. Or 104 in this matter. Because they're all tied. Okay. So you want to get on here. The way to do it is to just keep leveling up until you... Did everyone leave? Oh, okay. So, oh no, everyone's here. Derp. So you want to get on the leaderboard really bad, but you can't. Why does it keep doing that? Oh yeah, because I'm in hard mode. So you want to complete this really bad, and you don't know how. So to get on the leaderboard, you need to be either really good at this game and have OP stuff, or grab some people, some friends if they're really good, and kind of ask them to help you out. Like, for example, let me just show you guys. For the Spike Walker, one of my friends is somewhere over here. Or maybe he was on here. Yeah. So he's in 12th place, German, 980, and he's on the leaderboards because he had a bunch of friends with him, and he's also overpowered, to help him out in completing the Daughter of the Moon really quickly. I'll be showing each boss in future videos. Each boss will be shown their abilities, but that's in future content. So let's continue with this video. Alright, so you've defeated the Spike Walker, right? You've done a pretty good time. Like, my time is horrible, but... Oh, that was for Daughter of the Moon. My time is horrible, it's only 8 seconds, but whatever. So now you want to complete the next boss, the Weeping Prophet. The Weeping Prophet... Oh, I completed him horribly. Anyway, the Weeping Prophet is basically a giant like... I don't want to say statue. He's like a giant... Just a giant that's like the Tomb Racer, because, like, look. The Tomb Racer is, like, levitating on the ground a little bit. So the... Oh my god. The Weeping Prophet also does that. He kind of levitates. His main attacks consist of him either slashing at you with his arms, or kind of summoning, like, he gets his eyeball, grabs it, and starts shaking it, and eyeballs fall off of it, and they're like tiny minions that shoot at you and deal a lot of damage. Alright, so now you want to go into the Weeping Prophet, and you're like, alright, I'm in here and I want to fight the Weeping Prophet. Well, you should know one of its main attacks is taking its eyes out, just throwing them on the ground, and letting them just shoot lasers all around. You want to dodge these lasers because they will almost insta-kill you. They do almost 10 times more damage than what the little eyes do. They're very overpowered, so you want to dodge those green lasers that come out of their eyes. Okay. So again, the same system works for the Weeping Prophet. You also want to get on the leaderboards by completing in a good time. So for some reason, I don't understand why. Oh, okay, yeah, it's completed in 9 seconds. That's one of the best times, but it can be better. Alright, so now you've completed it, and you want to go to the next level, the Vengeful Pinata God. The Vengeful Pinata God is basically just a giant pinata that attacks you and summons almost every boss summons minions. Except the Daughter of the Moon. She kind of is badass, so she doesn't need minions to be awesome and overpowered. So you're at the Vengeful Pinata God. He basically summons minions and pinatas that just shoot at you and do physical damage, just like fighting you, like normal minions, except they're a lot stronger. And keep in mind that each time you go to a new Shadow Tower level, the Uber raises so much. Like, if you go from Uber 3, like this Spike Walker can be like Uber 3, for example, then you go to Weeping Prophet and it's already Uber 5. Then the Vengeful Pinata God and the Daughter of the Moon are both Uber 6 because there's nothing higher. But there are strength buffs that are given to both bosses that are making them a lot more different from each other. Alright, so the Vengeful Pinata God is similar to the Weeping Prophet in its attacks, but they look nothing alike, except that the difficulty is a lot different from each other, because each time you go up a floor, you wanna, well, I don't know if you want to, but you get a new challenge for yourself, so it's never easy. Alright, so now you've beaten the Pinata God. Same system again for completing it in normal mode. It resets every 14 hours, so Yeah, it resets every 14 hours, so there's always going to be a new guy on the leaderboards. But you always keep your purple name. You're always going to have your purple name on the leaderboards. If you keep staying on the leaderboards. So, just get a good time. Just keep getting that time. And then you'll always have a purple name. And trust me, everybody respects you if you have a purple name, because it's really, really hard to get a purple name. It's harder than getting a golden name, because golden name you just do mastery. And mastery is difficult, but getting on the leaderboards where everyone wants to get on the leaderboards and everyone tries really hard, it's kind of hard because you really have a big competition ahead of you. So let me just start fighting with these guys because I haven't been doing that much. Alright, let's just kill these guys. I see 0 damage here. This is hard mode and Spike Walker. I'm not really prepared since I only have Shadow level 5 stars. I don't have Radiant yet. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry for the little interruption. And now, CPKVest will be joining us and giving little facts about what I was talking about earlier, just in case I missed something, or just in case he wants to put in his own opinion or something and give his own advice to you guys. Alright, so where I left off on the Daughter of the Moon. So, where should I start with the Daughter of the Moon? So many things to say about her. So, the Daughter of the Moon is basically the final boss, well, she is the final boss of the Shadow Tower, in normal mode and in hard mode. So, you want to fight this Daughter of the Moon. Well, I'm going to tell you what you need. You're going to need 5 Shadow Keys, same like getting into the Vengeful Pinata God. You're also going to need 3 for the Weeping Prophet, and only 1 to get into Spike Walker. This is only on normal mode. It does not work like that in hard mode, and I will be explaining that about hard mode later. Alright, so you want to fight the Daughter of the Moon. Well, the Daughter of the Moon is the strongest boss you'll ever fight on normal mode, and one of the strongest bosses you'll ever fight, because she's Uber 6 plus she's overpowered. Alright, so you want to fight the Daughter of the Moon, you want to get the reward, and you want to get on the leaderboards. Alright, one awesome fact about the Daughter of the Moon is that you won't get Titan Souls like every other boss. Titan Souls are used to get Shaper's Vision boxes and Shaper's Dream boxes that consist of giving you Flux and, just Flux, and rarely give you Quad Forge Souls, and even more rarely, the rarest drop you'll get is Pentaforge Souls. That's almost impossible to get unless you have 70 boxes. And that's also hard to get because you'll have to complete these dungeons 70 times. Because they reset every week, so have fun with that. Unless you get really lucky and get a Pentaforge Soul, which costs... CPKVest, how much does a Pentaforge Soul cost?
At least 38,000.
Yeah, at least 38,000. And that's like if you get lucky and somebody just doesn't want it anymore. Nobody's gonna sell it for 38,000 unless they have like 50 of them. You just want to get rid of them.
No, actually, after the update, it's easier to get money. It's easier to upgrade stuff. So they, after the update, they get down in price. Like before the update, they would cost about 60,000.
Yeah, and now they've lowered the price because they made it more common. So that's a little easier for the players to get it, because back then, well, actually they balanced it out, because now instead of getting 2 Pentaforge Souls to upgrade to Radiant, you're gonna need a whopping 3. So that's gonna be a challenge, because that's almost 100,000 flux right there. If you're not getting lucky and just getting them out of a Shaper's Dream, or Shaper's, well, you can't get a Shaper's Dream, Shaper's Vision box. A rare drop out of a Shaper's Dream is a Thrice Forged Soul. Alright, back to the Daughter of the Moon. So, Lunar Souls, what are they? They're basically upgraded Titan Souls. I currently have only 1 Lunar Soul, and I'm saving them up because if you get Lunar Souls, you'll unlock a whole new spectrum of items that are overpowered. Well, depending on how overpowered they are very useful, though. For example, you'll unlock... Let me just show you guys quickly. You'll unlock two new legendary tomes. You'll unlock the Encyclopedia and the Technical Tract. I didn't get that one because I'm trying to get a lot of new Lunar Souls to get something else for Lunar Souls. I don't want to get the Technical Tract because it only gives you 20. But it does give you a lot of mastery points, so if you're the type of person that's trying to... Yes, CPKVest is just long gone. He might join us, he might do his own thing, whatever. So I would prefer to get
I just need to I just need to enter the shadow market.
Yeah, he needs to enter the shadow market to get some more info about this. He might even explain some stuff that you can get after this dungeon. I can show you guys what's in there too. Oh, I can't. I'm in the dungeon, dude. Sorry, TP best. I will TP to you though. Or do you? Oh, you want me to teleport you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a fail. All right. Yeah, I teleported you. All right. So, TP best is gonna join in and start helping us. All right. So, the Daughter of the Moon. I'm gonna explain a little bit about her attacks and everything because I don't want to spoil the whole awesomeness with the Daughter of the Moon because of her, like, different attacks and her different kind of style of fighting compared to the other bosses. Very creative kind of boss. I really appreciate that the people that made Trove implementing her into the game because honestly she's just so much work was put into her, so much coding and everything like that to make her do so many cool attacks that I'm gonna explain right now. It's really nice to just like see her awesome, like, for example, her attack when she's at mid health, she uses her hands and shoots lasers out of them, similar to how you would do in Dragon Ball Z or something like that, because it just looks overpowered. She, for some reason, has some kind of gun that she just like drops on the ground, and it's kind of like a sentry. It just like shoots at you by itself. The Daughter of the Moon doesn't even control it. She just puts it on the ground and it shoots at you. It's kind of like a mob, but it's like a it's like a boss itself. Except you can't kill it, you just have to hope it's not going to shoot you. Alright, so other attacks that she consists of are, let me think on top of my head, the gun, the lasers out of her hands, the pores that she makes on the ground is like, she makes like tiny little volcanoes on the ground and they like shoot acid in the air, which damages you a lot, kind of like lava. She has a sword. She just grabs a sword. She's like a giant mob that you would see in normal world, and she just destroys everything. She just fights you, and she just does so much damage. She puts buffs on herself after half mid health. She does a lot more damage because she wants it. Well, the developers wanted it to be harder to kill her because she's the final boss. Alright, so we covered that. Now we're gonna talk about So now we're gonna talk about hard mode. Very similar, except it has a lot better rewards. Alright, so from killing the Spike Walker you get 3 Titan Souls. From killing the Weeping Prophet you get 3 Titan Souls. From killing the Vengeful Pinata you get 3 Titan Souls. So that's like 3 Shaper's Visions right there. From killing the Daughter of the Moon you get another Lunar Soul, which is very overpowered. I favor the system that it uses to like get
make a chest that you buy with Lunar Souls.
Yeah. Because if you wait, there's a chest that you can buy with Lunar Souls?
They should make
Oh,
one.
they should, yeah. Maybe we can design it later. Or something like that. But that's for another video. Alright, so that would probably be a little overpowered, considering the Titan Soul chest gives you so much. Maybe it would cost a little bit more, like 5 Lunar Souls or something. But that's up to the developers to decide what they want to do. Alright. So, we covered all that, and all the bosses and how they work. So let me talk about what's in the Shadow Towers and what you fight. So basically you fight the waves of enemies, and then at the end there's a dream monster. The dream monster is basically this giant gorilla robot monster that you fight. You'll see after we complete this wave and complete these two. After you beat these 2 skeleton kind of dragon things, he will come out and he's a very tough boss to defeat. Like, see how these mini guys are doing a lot of damage to me because this is like Uber 6 plus they have so many buffs. They're like equal to they probably have half the health of a Spike Walker. They're like very, very strong. Dragon Challenge just activated. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Alright. So I'm just gonna be talking about what we're fighting and all that, and then we'll get to the Shadowy Market after we defeat these guys. And you'll see what I mean by the Shadowy Market. If ZPK Best wants to, he's right here. ZPK Best, are you in the Shadow Tower with me? Yeah, he is. He's right there. So this is the Dream Monster. Alright. If ZPK Best wants to, he can add his own opinion on all the bosses if he wants to. Would you like to, ZPK Best? He can type it to me or not.
No.
Nope. Alright, whatever. Alright, so after we oh, hold on, let me shoot him. Alright. After you defeat this monster, oh, he also has, you can tell what kind of buffs he has depending on what he has on his head. So if he has like some kind of like weird effect on his head, like a flame coming out of his head, like on top of his head where the health bar is, it's a little bit lower or under that. If there's like a flame, every time you shoot him, you'll be like, it will be like you're in lava. You'll be flaming. His ability right now, you don't see it, but his ability, oh yeah, it's on his eyes, right there. His ability is to damage you every time you shoot him. So like, I shoot him right now and I take damage. So yeah, also he summons these guys, and the worst thing about him is that, well, I say the most overpowered thing about him is that when he summons in those little tiny like statues, he's not summoning them now, summoning them now because he doesn't have time. He's always fighting them. But if he has time and summons in those little tiny statues that heal him, you'll almost never be able to kill him because as soon as you do damage, he'll regen and even more than you actually cause. So he'll never even die. So you gotta destroy those towers or little tiny statues that he makes in order to heal himself. So right now we're finishing up him. Well, he's at health. We're not finishing him up. But the Shadow Tower is basically one of the coolest places to be in during your, well, while you're playing Trove. So this is might take a while. So for now, I'm gonna probably just shoot him a couple times and then pause or make a part 2 to this video because this might take a while. I'll just explain everything once we're done this. Alright, till next time guys, but you'll see me very soon.